Hi everybody, once again. Pray that you have or been having a wonderful morning so far. I just have a little story to tell you, a true story. I know the word story I don't like that word, but it's a true story anyways. Now, this is just a selling experience that I've had with, I'll just start from the beginning. One of my friends was he was just gonna get rid of the lawnmower that he had, and it was a commercial unit. It was a stand-up, with the sulky wheels behind the lawnmower that pulls you around while you're standing up, like you see the land company, or the landscape guys driving around. Commercial, really good, heavy duty built, Kawasaki commercial engine on it, 48-inch deck, pro model. It was from the 90s. Well, he had some issues with it. He's not very mechanically inclined, we'll say, and he didn't really want to mess with it anyhow, so either way. But it wouldn't start up, and it did. It ran perfect when he got it. I was the one with him when he went and picked it up from the guy about 5 years ago. And so he said he didn't have no place to store it, and it was sitting beside his shed. And he said he was gonna just hook the tractor up to it and pull it out to the road and put free on it. I'm like, what? I'm like, well, if you're just gonna give it away, I'll take it, and I'll fix it and sell it. Which is always a huge issue with me nowadays. It seems like selling anything. The whole spiritual realm's against me. So I got the lawnmower, we fixed it, put a new carburetor on it. The carburetor was shot, and that's basically it. I put the sulky wheels on the back of it, and so I had like $250 into the thing. The ones I seen on Craigslist were selling for around $1,500, even though this one was in better condition and it's got low hours on it. But so I had it sitting out in front of my house by the road for I had it sitting out there for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. It was quite a while, and nobody even gave me an offer on it. I started out at $1,500, then I dropped it down to $1,200, and I said, or best offer, make me an offer. Nobody. So I was moving it up to the house at nighttime, and I went to go start it up and threw my back out, my wonderful back. Then I was laid up with that for a couple of weeks, and so I wasn't going to start the thing up anymore. I'm like, well, I guess it'll just sit in the garage then, because I'm not going to wreck my back starting this dumb thing up when nobody even wants to buy it. And so I was just talking. I wasn't praying to God or anything. I was just talking with him. It was last week. I just I don't really have any room to store this thing for winter time, so if you could help me get rid of it, that'd be great. And 2 days later, I'm sitting in the house, and I had the garage door open when the lawnmower was in the garage. And the guy drove by and stopped and walked right up to the door and asked me if my lawnmower that I had was still for sale or not. And it's been sitting in my garage for a month. I haven't had it out by the road with the for sale sign on it for a long time. And 2 days later, after I asked Jesus to help me get rid of it, I got a guy at the door asking if he can buy it. So I said, well, meet me over in the garage and talk about it, So we go over in the garage. He said, well, how much do you want for it? And I said, well, you know what? I'll sell it for $800. I got it for free. I put a little bit of money into it, but let somebody else have a good deal on it too. And so he says, okay, I will go and get the money and bring the trailer back. So he goes and gets the trailer and brings back, and this was last Friday, right before we were going to Traverse City. And so he comes over to buy it, and guess what? It won't start. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So ended up being a safety module on there that went bad all of a sudden. This thing runs perfect too, you know, starts up on the first or second pull, and just a great mower. And so I asked the Holy, you know, I'm like, this is definite witchcraft. This is a manifestation from the spiritual realm. And I was talking to the Holy Spirit about it, you know, and I remembered this conversation like a few weeks beforehand. This other guy was over at my house, and you know, somebody I've known since school, and he was over, him and his wife were over for a little bit, and I asked him and said, hey, you want to take it for just driving around the front yard, see how these things work? It's like, yeah, sure. And I went to go start it up, and well, he was pulling it, and I was just gonna work the throttle, and he pulled it once and it didn't start. And he goes, boy, you don't want that. You don't want that to happen if somebody comes over to buy it. And that's all he said. And that's exactly what happened. You know, I figured that the spirit that's in him, I know it hates me. It's proved it to me plenty of times. And so I know that there's an evil spirit there at work against me. But, you know, I like these people anyways. You know, I like the person. It's just that everybody's got demons in them. And so that's just a way that the gang stalking works, you know. It's spiritual, these demons, because they can conjure up and do spells. And I mean, these spirits are old, you know. They know exactly how to do all of that stuff. Piece of cake for them. And so it took another week, but then yesterday the guy came back and bought it, you know. So just because, you know, God will give us what we want, you know, we just got to ask him. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to still have problems, because he gave me a buyer for the lawnmower, but then the satanic spiritual realm gets to have its fun trying to mess things up, you know. But they can't stop God. They can just like throw little hiccups in your way along the way. But I just thought that was it was just kind of amazing. I was kind of just talking, you know, just like messing around, really not being serious, when I asked him that if he'd help me get rid of it, you know, and he did. So that was just a little testimony on answered, well, not a prayer really, but I guess you could call it an answered prayer. So I just wanted to share that with everybody, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. See you, love you, bye.